Hello guys, and welcome to a new Let's Play series called Sunless Submariner. This game, it's a very interesting game. Its genre is kind of hard to pinpoint. It has elements of survival horror, elements of exploration, roguelike elements. It's very similar to Faster Than Light, since you are a captain of a ship which sails through the undersea, the place where the game takes place. It's very hard, especially in the beginning. It's very unforgiving, and it has a very steep learning curve. So it's really hard to get started with this game. I remember the first few times I tried to play it, I gave up really quickly because I just kept dying. I didn't know what to do. I ran out of supplies, ran out of fuel, everything kept killing me. But once I got a hang of it, it started being a lot of fun. It's you're making slow progress, slow but steady. So every little thing that you do, everything that brings you closer to the end goal, it makes you feel really good, especially with such a hard game. So the game is also similar to Sid Meier's Pirates, since you do some trading, you go from island to island, you perform different quests on the different islands, and it's a very long game. I mean, some of the quests are really hard, and it will take you a long time to be able to do them, but again, as I said earlier, it's really rewarding when you finally do them in the end. So I really love this game. I have played it a few times. I have only beaten it once, and that was a year ago, and I remember I spent a lot of time playing that until I achieved my goal. But yeah, it felt really good at the end. So now a friend of mine has been playing it recently, so a year later I reminded myself how much fun this game was. And also, the first time I played it, I didn't play the expansion, the Submariner, which is kind of it allows you to turn your ship into a submarine and explore the underneath the sea, where you have new islands, or should I say new ports, since they are not actually islands, and new quests and new mechanics that come with that. So I'm really excited. I really want to see what else this game will bring to the table. So yeah, enough talking. Let's start, and I will just walk you through it once we get going. So let's start a new game. So this game it actually has a save feature, but it's not the way to play it professionally, to put it like that. If you wanna play it like it's meant to be played, you should just play it with one save, the autosave. So basically what this means is all your actions have consequences. If you die, you die, you have to start over. And that's how I'm going to try to play it. Okay. So the setting of this game is it's a bit weird. It's kind of reminiscent of Howard Lovecraft's novels. So basically the main port is called Fallen London. There is actually a browser-based game called Fallen London, which shares the same setting with this game. So basically what ended up happening is some time ago London was submerged beneath the surface of the earth. So now the whole game takes place underneath the surface, so there is no sunlight. Basically it's a very dark world, and yeah, it has resulted in some very weird things happening, as you'll see throughout the game. So let's see, we are given a couple of options at the beginning of the game to choose a past or to decide later, and we're going to choose a past. Basically, this will determine what our strengths and weaknesses are going to be. Okay, so what are the options? A street urchin. Basically, this is a very crafty character, and it will give you there are basically five qualities, five main characteristics of our character. The first one is iron, and as you can see, they're going to be named very strangely. They're not. This game is not very typical. So iron is basically strength, but they call it iron, and it just determines the damage you do. Mirrors is your perception and observational skills. Veils is your trickery, speed, stealth, basically your dexterity. Pages is your knowledge and intelligence. And hearts is basically your endurance, your health and your sanity, because this game can be very scary at times. So basically the street urchin will start with the bonus to veils, the poet will start with the bonus to pages, and so on and so on. So basically each of the pasts will give you like a huge bonus to one of your skills, and the rest will remain the same. So what I want to do is I want to be a natural philosopher, and there are two reasons for that. Basically, first one is it gives you a bonus to mirrors. So of all the five skills, they're all like very useful, but in a different ways. Basically, irons and hearts are going to be used in like the combat mechanics, which is a lot in the later parts of the games, but they're not so useful for certain quests. Whereas mirrors, veils, and pages are better used for quests. So for me, those three are more important. So I want to choose a path that you can start a bonus with one of those three. So I'll choose a natural philosopher, which starts with a bonus for mirrors. But also there's another reason, and you'll find out later. Okay, let's go. So as you can see now, immediately our mirrors rose to 50, and the rest of our stats remain at 25, except those two. Okay, so now what else happens is that these are 5 slots here for our crew. So basically we are the captain of the ship, and we already start with the surgeon. Now the surgeon gives you certain bonuses, like it gives you a bonus to pages and to hearts, but a very small one. So the other reason I decided natural philosopher is because we start with this particular crew member. For every past starts with a different crew member, and the surgeon, the plausible surgeon in this case, is one who allows us to increase our page skill. And I think of all the different crew members, or officers I should say, because crew members are just a regular crew and it's over here, but officers are like crew members with certain skills and personalities and so on, whereas the regular crew is just cannon fodder. So of all the officers, the plausible surgeon is the only one who can help you increase your pages, and you find out how to do that later. Alright, so let's start. Basically, as you can see, this is the interface. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure novel, where you're explained in book format what's happening, and it gives you different options. Okay, so it says here we are a natural philosopher, already decided. We gained 20 echoes. So echoes is the currency of the game. So as I mentioned, everything here has a different name, a stranger name. Like instead of money or gold, they're called echoes. Instead of perceptions, they're called mirrors. And to start with the plausible surgeon, as we already mentioned. We also start with the mascot, the comatose ferret, which gives us a very small bonus to hearts. Later in the game we can fill out all those slots with different officers, which are going to increase our stats even higher, and even the mascots we're going to find stronger ones. But let's get going. Okay, choose an ambition. So this is basically the end goal of the game, and you can choose from several different ones. So your father's bones, it's I think it's like the main ambition, the main winning condition of the game, since it's like the most story plot related, the one that forces you to do like all the major quests in the game. So I'm going to choose that one for this particular playthrough, since I think it's like the most suitable for it. Although I've done the fulfillment one and got this one, was really hard. Basically, this is like forces you to spend a lot of time just collecting different things, collecting money, collecting different objects. And this is the one that actually I finished the game with, and as I mentioned, it was really hard because it was really long. So immortality is new to Sunless. It's like part of the Submariner, or Submariner as they say it, expansion. And this one, I think it's basically you cannot choose it now, but you can choose it later. So let's see. Your father was lost at sea. You never knew him, but you often dreamt of him. Find and return his remains to London for a decent burial. So that's our goal. We need to find our father's remains and give him a decent burial. Okay. So yeah, once we find them, then we can retire from seafaring wife and finish the game. Alright, so this is just like how we're going to be addressed. We can be madam, sir, citizen, my lord, my lady, or captain. I like captain. I think this is the best for a sea captain. Besides, I like the sound of it. Captain. Alright, and so here we can choose our name and our appearance, and there are many different choices. As you can see, there are some of them stranger than the others. But okay, I'm going to choose this one because it's he looks kind of like Indiana Jones, which I think it's really fun. And let's see, what should a name be? This is always the hardest part for me. So for this particular game, I guess usually the captain's name should be a name of a famous pirate. So let's say he's going to be X Drake. So he's named after Francis Drake, but not exactly. X Drake is basically a character from the One Piece manga series, who's also a pirate there. So let's get started. The Gracious Widow. Okay, so as you can see here again, the story is told in this format. Let's see what's happened. So this is our first clue to finding our father's bones. Let's see, let's continue going. 500 years old, wow. So this game has many supernatural elements. Okay, and as you can see, the style of the text is like very descriptive. Okay. So this widow has an idea where our father's bones can be found. Okay, so we have our first quest and we need to be looking for this item, Scintillac. And we have the location, Port Cecil. Port Cecil is one of the islands underneath the earth. And here in green letters we can see that's the objective, bring unit of Scintillac from Port Cecil for the widow. Alright. Of course we can find it in other places as well, but this is like a guidance for us. So let's see. So here we have different options, but you know what, actually I think this is a good start, a good stop to this video. So I'll see you later guys, and next time we'll start the actual adventure. So long for now, bye bye.